This was 9 hours ago. Apparently, Frogan might actually win against Ethan Klein. That sucks.
Exploit that with our dear sister Frogan today on here, The Legal Mindset, where I teach you to be your own judge. And of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. And this is a fast facts premiere, bringing you the quick version of the latest in the illegal news. If you like these versions, please make sure to smash the like button and leave a comment below. So as you know, I've been tracking the case of Ethan Klein versus Frogan.
Okay.
And I woke up today in the morning to see a very interesting video that was talking about Ethan Klein and his willingness or non-willingness to settle. But in this video, I spotted some weakness. I spotted a weak point that I think our dear sister Frogan can exploit if she wants to win. If she is committed to winning, I think she has an opportunity here. And I think now is the time for Frogie to strike if she can exploit this. So let's watch the video, and then you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about.
Does she think that she can give me that money and use it to give it to me in a settlement? That would be.
He's talking about the money from her legal defense fund. So both, Casey Trons, Denham, Frogan, they've all raised this settlement money.
A lot of money.
At this point, yeah, they've got some money, but it's not that much money. The money that Ethan Klein will recover from the lawsuit is more than any of their legal defense funds. So just so you know, and also he's going to end up paying his lawyer more up front than even in their legal defense fund.
Yeah.
So in terms of money, that money in and of itself, probably not the most compelling thing. Just throwing it out there.
The ultimate irony for all these people that donated is if she just takes all of it and gives it directly to me.
Would you accept that?
Yeah. I mean, she owes me more
than
that, though. She owes me more than that.
Oh, okay.
I'm garnishing.
All right. Well,
so when he says garnishing, what he means is he wants to either garnish her earnings, or garnish her going forward, or garnish her videos. So that's saying that the money that is in those funds is not enough. He's going to want to inflict pain upon her over time, and that's something that Frogie probably doesn't want. She probably, listen, sis,
probably already hurting.
You probably don't want that. You don't want this looming over your head for the rest of your life, where you've got this guy Klein, this super villain. Like I said, he's like Dr. Evil's cousin here. Right. You don't want this guy in your life for 10 years, 20 years, taking every single penny that comes in. Right. If you can get rid of this guy in one clean cut, I would say do it. And I would say that is a win. That's a huge win.
Oh, okay. So if he's willing to settle, then maybe she can get away. Dude, they should really televise this when Ethan goes to court with these people. Like, they should really televise this.
Let's see what he says here.
You might have to negotiate it out.
Bro's trying to garnish her income. That's crazy.
But there you go, Frogan. There's your get out of jail free card.
Honestly,
all you have to do is just rip off your fans.
I had space in my heart to let her off with like creative settlement offers and stuff.
Sure.
But at this point, I think I'm not settling for.
Okay, so here's the weakness, guys. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Words are important. He had space in his heart. He has a heart, Frogan. He has a heart. Let's exploit that heart. Let's exploit that heart, like all lawyers do.
If you just called Ethan up and been like, "Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit. Can you maybe like find a place in your heart to take this money and call us even, and I'll fuck off, and then you can just we could settle this. We don't have to go to court. You don't have to take everything, do you?"
Weaknesses, including your emotions, your human emotions. We exploit those. See, many people put too much on trial, but settlement has so much power and so much tactics. And while I will admit,
that you can get her to like come onto your podcast and do a verbal announcement saying that she's sorry and stuff,
and do not have a long trial record. Although all the cases that I attended to a trial and that I was on the case, all the cases I won. I have a 100% win record, but I did far more, countless settlements before you get to trial, before you even sue. You settle and you handle the issue. You negotiate it out. That's how big boys and girls do it. That's how businesses do it. That's how governments do it.
He's going to say this because it's easier to settle. And I think no matter what happens, if you settle outside of court, then like both parties technically win. So of course, an attorney or somebody's gonna like really aim for that. But if the attorney knows they can win if they take it to court, that's usually about the only time they'll actually like really take it to court is if they know 100% they're going to win.
They handle it before it goes to court. And that's the real win. That's the win that even most lawyers don't want to talk about because they don't profit as much. But if we're being honest, the win is not going to court. And so he said right here, he would think about creative solutions. That means that it's still a possibility. If there's a creative legal solution, he's open to it. Let's listen to the rest of that, but that's a very key part.
With any of these people, I'm coming for the maximum damages. You know, she reached out and actually played like was amicable and fair and like not turning this into some silly, pointless, wild goose chase, just wasting time. Then I'd be a lot more amendable.
By the way, I want to be fair. I want to be fair because I picked on Hassan for not knowing the word vexatious litigant, and I want to be fair. People think I'm sympathizing with Ethan. I'm going to call it actually the way that's neither
to alternative settlement.
That, Frogan? There you go. I'll give you a little tip, Frogan.
Who fucking who?
You just tell Ethan that he's funny.
She did say that recently.
I know, and I remember how you reacted. And I'm just saying.
See,
That's
Ethan
crazy.
is warming up. Ethan is not perhaps the Grinch.
He just doesn't want to be fucked with, dude. You called CPS on his kids. Like, bro's out for blood now. You damn straight. I would be out for blood too.
has a little bit deep down inside, and you can exploit that. That's what we do. Don't tell anybody.
Damn
No one's
straight.
going to watch this video, right? We're not going to tell anybody, but we got to exploit Ethan Klein's weakness. Let's do it. Let's exploit him. That's where you hit the settlement.
Funny sometimes.
It didn't save her though. You think that I'll just drop it?
No, not just with that, but that's like
You could butter me up.
Man.
yeah, he could be buttered, is what I'm trying to say.
Just like
he could
Trump.
definitely be buttered up.
He's the greatest, the funniest
At
podcast.
the very least, if she's not willing to settle, she should at least butter him up to not garnish her wages. At the very fucking least. Because that shit hurts.
They're alive.
I hope you get PTSD.
What?
See, he's open and he can be buttered. So what do I have, guys? Of course, I have a PowerPoint on how we butter up Ethan Klein
my God.
and how we get the settlement win. Once again, this is part of legal strategy. This is very important as part of legal strategy on how Frogan can win and how Rogan can butter him up. So what I think
Oh my God,
Ethan
dude.
Klein is like now, he's got a little bit of softness left. When you go to court, that hardens up. And he's about to get into discovery and get really hard. When you're in the middle of a court case, you are hard. You are not willing to, bend or, whatever
Yeah,
else.
talking's over
It's-
at that point.
It's just throwing knuckles. You've got money invested. You've got this opportunity cost. You've sunk so much money and you feel like you have to go to
Time,
trial,
too.
right? The further you get down, the
And
worse.
you gotta
the
wear a suit. You gotta look nice. You gotta smell good, man. You can't like go in there after you stream for 48 hours. You gotta be ready. You gotta be rested. You got time and money into that. Like, bro, like at that point, it's already too late.
settlement is going to look and the more you're going to have to give him if you wanted to get him to back off because you've made him go so far. So right now, while he's soft, and I use the comparison of the great Levantine food, right? Which I really hope could bring people together
Is that hummus?
more than separate them of hummus.
Why?
Really hummus
Dude.
can bring us all together. I mean, if you're
he said it right.
a friend of hummus, I mean, how can you not be a friend of me, right? I mean, it's just a really uniting factor. He's like hummus that's been in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 days. You guys know what I'm talking about. You can still eat it. It's still soft. But if you leave that hummus in there for a week or 2 weeks, it's like a rock. It's hard. It's not good. You can't eat the hummus after 2 weeks. Don't eat the hummus after 2 weeks. Okay. It's not going to work out well for you.
Ugh.
So like I said, he legally is right now 2 or 3 day old hummus. You don't want to let that hummus get too old. So what are the facts we got to know about this? First of all, guys, listen, winning is not going to trial. Most cases do not proceed to trial. Less than 3% proceed to trial. If you go to trial, you are a loser.
You're cooked.
You are a loser. In the eyes of the winners, in the eyes of the real people who are in business, you are a loser if you go to trial. Everyone in trial is a loser.
He is really not trying to go to trial. I don't really think this is. I think this is kind of more satire from him. I do think that her best bet for winning this trial, though, is actually trying to butter him up and not getting her wages garnished. Like at that point, like shit. Anything's better than getting your wages garnished, dude. That shit sucks.